coming. My phone just said, trying to reconnect. Why were you not connected, phone? All right, let's see who we have here that we can invite. Send a few invitations. The ones it lets me do. Let's see, who was I did that one. I'm missing somebody. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it will let me do. Come on, invite. There you go. The M words yet. And I don't know why. Nope, it will not. All right, no M's. So strange. One day. Hi, Andrea. How are you doing? All right. So this is our last Saturday before Halloween. So we got one more Halloween look to do. But never fear. After Halloween, then I move to just fall, which is also fun. So, and fall, and then we have Christmas, and we have winter. We have all kind of fun looks for this time of year. So here's what I thought I would do today. The raccoon mask. I think that's so cute. And have the blackest eyes you ever saw. All right, so I'm going to start today. First of all, I'm going to start with the, you're good. Oh, good. The primer spray. It just helps it all stick. And then I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is fix, it's actually fading. It's not as bad. But you can see I have a little lighter color here than I have here. And this is just from sun damage, from me going out to the pool in the sun, and for some reason it's faded here and not here or here. It's very bizarre. So I'm going to just take some foundation, and although, like I said, it's much lighter now because I am putting Sotox on it. Sotox is one of our serums that has Sanji mushroom in it, and what that does is it makes your skin lighter, brighter, and tighter. But see how light that is right there compared to this now? That's just sun discoloration, and for some reason it's fading unevenly. All right, so watch this right here. I'm going to take away the light. Now, the other thing you could do is just make it all light. You could put foundation on it to make it all light, but I am instead making it all dark because there's more dark here still than there is light. So you can do whichever you want. Plus, it matches my face better. So it's really bizarre. I don't know if that's a collar of a shirt that's done that, but the thing is, if it's rubbing it off, it won't let me rub it off. I've tried to, maybe I can rub it off. No, it's sun damage. It won't let you rub it off. Then how did it get rubbed off there? I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm going to take my translucent powder here, that white powder, to set this so I won't get it all over my shirt. This is my other little Halloween shirt. I wore the other one last week. But you see it has ghosts in the window. Ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns and cats and bats. So I love my Halloween. I love Halloween theme stuff, holiday theme stuff. It's fun. All right, so there you go. Look, all one color now. Awesome. Now we're going to use foundations. There's a couple of colors there. We're going to use that, and I'm going to just put this all over my face with the brush. So this is a wax-based foundation. This is all Lime Life by Alcone, which is the brand name of this. I sell this makeup and skincare. This is actually makeup that is used in Hollywood and Broadway. This is professional makeup artist makeup. This is not like stuff you buy in, any store. That's retail makeup. This is professional makeup. It is much better. You use much less of it, and you get professional results. So they started selling it to the general public. You used to have to be a makeup artist to even buy this makeup. You had to have a license. They wouldn't sell it. Just like how they don't sell perms and stuff to people who aren't beauticians. Some of them they don't. Well, they wouldn't sell this to just regular people. And one day they decided, we're missing out on a whole market here. Maybe we should sell it to the regular people. So they started doing that. Okay, now I'm going to, this is not concealer. This is the foundation. Look how well just the foundation covers. And the reason that I am just doing this is because I'm going to make my eyes black. I mean, but look how good that does. This is how much coverage we get with just the foundation. The reason I use the concealer is the concealer has a little bit more coverage. All right, watch again. I'm just going to pat this on, but look how it covers. This is 50% pigment. It means it's half color. That's why it covers so well. And our concealer is 60% pigment. So it's got even a little bit more coverage, which is why I normally do that. But if you just come make your eyes black, you're good. Okay, good. You don't really need the extra cover. And the other thing about the concealer is the concealer is waterproof and the foundation is not waterproof. Although, if you get your face wet, it's probably going to somewhat stay. It's not as bad as liquid. But it isn't, like if you went swimming or got in the shower, it's going to wash off. But if you've got water splashed on your face or got caught in the rain, it's not going to come off with that little bit of water. So the concealer, though, is waterproof. You could swim in that and it'll stay on. And you can take it off with water, but you soap in water. But just water, the concealer is waterproof. All right, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead here and I'm going to dust it lightly with the powder because this locks it all in place. And I don't want a whole lot of powder because I'm going to put on eyeshadow. We're just doing a little bit there. So I have my windows open today because it's cooler, a little bit cooler, and it's really breezy. It's so nice. And it's blowing my picture all over the place. All right, now I'm trying to decide what I want to do first. Okay, I think what I want to do first is this lightest color foundation that I have. What brush do I want to use with this? I'm going to use the same brush I just used. Okay, so we're going to go. She goes over her brows. Does it? I think it starts about here. And we're just going to do, this kind of is a whitish color. It's not really, it's not clown white. It's like a, it's called porcelain. It's really pale, really pale. But it sort of looks white. Gives the impression that it's white, right? Looks white. Okay, and then we have that, and then we're going to do that again over here. I like this one because I don't have to do eyeliner. I don't have to do my brows because I'm going to cover them. I'm trying to make this look a little bit like that other one. Okay. Did get a little warm this afternoon. Now, next Thursday or Friday, so about Halloween, we are supposed to drop into the 50s, and I am so excited. We haven't seen 50s since February, so I always get like, yes. Now, it probably won't stay in the 50s long because, you know, it comes and goes here until about January and February. Then it'll sometimes stay for a little while. So I am really in southern Florida, on the west coast of Florida. So even central Florida and North Florida gets colder there than it does here. All right. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, animals are, they're not perfect. All right, so it looks like we have, like from here. Okay, let's try to make that one the same over here. More or less the same. Gonna go over there. Okay, then it looks like we go like down the edge of the nose, a ways. But I love it when it is breezy like this. Okay, this what is so funny is I normally don't open the windows during most of the year because it's too hot. Just have the air conditioner on. Well, when I open the windows, there's, first of all, it's a really strong breeze today, so wind is just whipping through the apartment. And also, all of the noises, like the traffic, because there's a road right out there, all of the traffic noises and stuff is louder because the windows are open. And the cats are like freaked out because it's really windy in the house. It's never windy in here. It's really windy in the house, and there's louder cars going by. So earlier, Gwenny came out here earlier, the tabby. She came out, she hid in her little tunnel for a while, and then she went back in her room and was like, I'm staying in here because I don't have the window open in there. I could open it, but I have to move so much stuff to try to do that. And the wind kind of blows in there from here, so. Like, yeah, this is close enough. But she was like, no, I don't think I'm going to stay out here. Something's different. I'm not happy about it. And then Godiva came out, and I was watching her. And she's like looking. Like, what is happening? It's like a storm here in the living room. So funny. And as soon as the breeze blew, she's like, so. Like, seriously. Are you running from the wind? You're running from the wind. Oh, good grief. You forgot what wind is, you know, because they used to be outdoor cats. That's where they were found outdoors by a coworker near her bank, I think it was. There was a whole bunch of them. It ended up being like 13 of them. I have 2. Took them and had them all fixed. Because she's really a cat person, this woman that did this. And then she found homes for a bunch of them. Some of them, whoever she could find homes, you know, to take 1 or 2. She found homes for a lot of them. And I took 2 of them. So they used to be outdoor cats, but they're like 7 years old now. So they've probably forgotten what outdoors is like. And they're not used to the wind anymore. Maybe they think it's going to rain or something because the wind's blowing. Then I'm sure they didn't like that. Okay. Let's see. Kind of has stripes a little bit. It's like white on white. It's kind of weird. It looks like they put a little touch of gray on top of the whisker area. Okay, well, we can get to that. And I am going to kind of draw. Yeah, that's kind of how they have it. I didn't know if it would show up, but it actually kind of does. A little, it gives the impression of the whiskers. So that's fine. Let's see what we have here. She has it white all over here around the nose. Like all over here. She's got it real tiny there. Got it like a tiny nose. Get it underneath. Not you can't see underneath anyway. Okay, I need a little bit more there. But another thing is, I have a desk in the other room, and right where the window is, and I think there's papers like being blown, and so they're rattling. Not rattling, but you know, they're making noise, and it's freaking the cats out with papers blowing in there. Okay, now there's our white, and pretty much now we have black. White and black. That's what we got. So, you'll notice on her forehead, there's just a little bit of gray here. Like, it almost kind of just looks like dirt. But it's just a light gray. So, let's see. Do I have a gray even in here? Not in this one, I don't. So, let's see what I have of Lime Life that looks gray. Do I want to use? I want to use that. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to use this color, I think. This has a shimmer. I wonder if that's going to matter. This is number 18. What is this one named? What are you named in number 18? I may have the name of this in a different one. Radio Star. So it's kind of a metallic gray. That's 18. Okay. Getting it on my hand. Alright, so this looks like we pretty much have it all here. Yeah, that's going to look exactly like how she has it right there. This is almost kind of like shading, shadow. Has a little shimmer to it, but I don't think that's going to matter. All right, my paper's blowing again. Stop blowing, please. I can anchor it down there. Okay. How far does that go over? Okay, a little ways. All right. So we have that. It almost looks brown, doesn't it? See if we can't use this other color. This one's called High Quality. It's a little grayer. Yeah, there we go. All right, now I'm going to kind of blend it a little. Soften it up a little bit. Let's use this other one, because it isn't real dark. It's just kind of smudgy looking. So let's smudgy it. There, that's much better. Okay. Looks much more like what she has. Now my nose is tickling. When I ever put makeup on your nose, it starts tickling. I think it's a rule. Gotta be annoying. All right, now that's pretty much all of that. She does have a little bit though. I don't know if I have enough room though. Kind of down the sides of them. No, somewhat. And then it's darker black in the middle. There's not a whole lot of that there. Okay. Then I think I'm going to use this color. This one is just slightly lighter than black. This is number 31. This one, what are you named? Ready, Jet, Set, Go. It's also got shimmer, but it's a little bit. Let's see, where'd that brush go I just had? I have to get way over there. It's just, it's like an off black. Okay, so she starts a little lower here. Yeah, that's good. And goes down the middle. Okay. It goes to about here. All right. Say, good thing about being an animal is you can be kind of smudgy. Perfectly fine. Looks like it looks real. All right. So if you want to do something where you're like, oh, I'm no good at it, you don't have to be that good. For fur, you know, because it can have any design. It can be crooked, it can be straight. You know, animals, they can have all kind of various markings. Doesn't have to be straight. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. Now, it does have a little bit more of a straight. I don't think I can fix that now. A darker center is what I'm looking for. I think that's fine. Then we're going to do, all right, we have two triangles. I don't know if that's supposed to be like little brows or ears. That's probably supposed to be ears on your forehead. So we'll do those in the black. So I think I may be done with the Line Life one. And then let's go to, this is James Charles palette, which this is Morphe is the brand. You can get this at Ulta. Morphe. I don't know if they make the James Charles palette anymore, but this is the one that has all these colors. They probably have some similar one that Morphe makes, I imagine, because I think it was a huge seller. Because it was actually got to be, it was hard to find it. So I think because it has so many colors. that it was easy. They had a lot. They made a lot of it. And so because it was popular, they probably made another one. All right, this looks like it's just about over the center of the eye. And we want to go... This is just black from this. Now, Lime Life does have a black also. But this one's got some pretty good pigment. Covers pretty well. Save my good Lime Life one for later. Ooh, that looks cool. All right, so there's what I assume is an ear. Okay. And so just a triangle. I mean, you know, this is like, is it that hard? It's a triangle. And I usually look at whatever I'm doing and I try to make it into shapes. So like that's a line, that's an arc, that's an upside down arc, it's a triangle. You know, if I can make it a shape, I can draw shapes, you know. I could do that in kindergarten. So that's how I convince myself, oh, I can draw triangles. They don't have to be straight. They don't have to be that even. It's an animal. It can be uneven. Or you can just fix it and even it up a little bit. See, like that one I got a little lower. So then I just go a little lower than this one. You can fix them. Looks fine. And if it's crooked, you just go like that. No longer crooked. There. There's little triangles. I think mine are a little taller than hers. Oh, they definitely are. That's fine. I don't think it matters. Then, we do have white lines. So we're going to get our foundation again here. And we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay, get my napkin. Because now I know I have black on this. I'm going to go over it a little bit more. You can see that really well though. I'll just clean it off in between. Just does better with a second coat. It shows up better. That bottom one does not want to show it well. There we go. Black and the white one to mix, and then we get gray. Oh, that's kind of cute. So I'm just rubbing it off on this napkin in between to get the black off. Okay, now comes the funsy fun part. We're going to make our eyes black. So all I'm going to do is take this kind of wide brush and black eyeshadow, and I'm going to put that here. If I tap it off in between, you're less likely to get fallout. Just kind of knock the extra off. Now she has it where they're kind of pointed on the ends. That's interesting. Okay. So they're more oval than round. That's going to be interesting to do. So all you do is you just need to make a point over here. Now my eyes and under eyes are so big, it's going to be kind of more round. But oh well, so mine has round. Just, you know, I just accept it. It's going to be rounder, it's going to be rounder. If my eyebrows weren't up so high, it wouldn't be. But they are where they are. Uh-oh. Alright, now I got that up on my water line. which is fine, except my eyes don't like that. They get mad and start watering and watering and water, so I don't want it there. But if you get makeup on your waterline, most people, it's probably okay. Now I am getting it on my fingers. This is why we have setting spray. Now, if you could put eyeliner in your waterline, put the black eyeliner there, would actually look better. Because it'd be all black, because that's how she has it. But I'm telling you, my eyes say no. No to the waterline, it hates it. Now, I'm getting it all messy over here, but I'm going to fix that. Because the black, I should have put the black on first and then did the white. You know, I don't know that that would have worked, because then I'd had black on me. I'd had to wash it off. And then it would have been more mixed. Okay. So we're going to go over here again with our little pointy end. I'm going to see if I can try not to get that there again. It's very hard when your skin wants to move. And ooh, does my skin want to move in that spot so much. I didn't do it on purpose before. My skin like folded and it's like, oh well, oopsie. Let's see, this just shows that if you mess it up, fix it. A lot of people won't try, you know, you don't have to do a costume, but a lot of people won't try makeup because they think I don't know how to do it. Look how it's total black. Little black circle. Oh, I can't do perfect. Yeah, so nobody else can either. But don't let that say I'm not going to try. I like the point. Because, oh, this fixed it. It's art. Okay, now if you look at her, see how like narrower hers are. But that's, well, I can go like that. Instead of like this, my eyes are really round. I can go like that. They're not as round. All right, now, oh, my nose is tickling so bad. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this napkin. I'm going to wipe that off a little bit. Then I'm going to get this brush that I had. And I'm going to go back over this a little bit to white it up a little bit. But you will see hers is actually a little smeary too. So in other words, it's just a little bit gray in there for that black. It's fine. Hers is kind of like that a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do next. Alright, so I'm going to get this little brush. Can you even see? Here. There you go. It's a little skinny brush. I'm going to take this black. And she has a whole lot of these lines. This would be kind of fur looking. A whole lot of lines she has here. All around the outside. Definitely looks more like a raccoon, right? And this I love because you want these all uneven. You know, different hairs, different lengths, different sizes, thicknesses, all that looks more natural. Well, naturalish. It's not like I look like an actual natural raccoon anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna do that where the white isn't first. Because once I start doing the white, I'm going to get it all mixed in. So I'm trying to do the other part first. My cats, I can't believe they're still kind of scared of the wind blowing. Because you can't really hear traffic the whole time. Looks like I have a bunch of spiders on the outside. Spider legs. I went Thursday, I believe it was, to work. And I usually open up my door to my office. And then there's a door from my office from the hall, and then there's another door on the other wall that goes to my boss's office, and that's usually closed. And so I opened it up so when he gets there, he can just kind of go into his office through my office without having to unlock his door. And then he can unlock his door from the inside when he gets in. So I went in there, and the blinds were closed. So I usually, if the blinds are closed, I open the blinds too, because he only closes them because in the afternoon the sun is there. So in the morning, the sun's on the other side of the building, so I open them back up so it's not dark. So I went in there and opened the blinds. And I see on the wall next to the window is this huge bug crawling up the wall. And I'm like, what in the world? We have all kind of weird bugs in Florida, but I had never seen one of these before. And I'm like, is that some kind of stink bug? I don't know what that bug is. But everybody knew it was like this big. And I'm like, I'm not going to squish this bug because it's going to be all over the wall. And I'm like, no, that's too big a bug. It's going to make a mess. So I had to go get a little cup and put it on the wall. And then take a paper and slide it under the cup. And then I have a paper with a cup with a bug in it. And then I took it outside. And I went outside. And it just so happened that right outside the door in the bushes that apparently there were a bunch of blackbirds out there. Because they kind of jumped up and flew around a little bit. And I'm like, oh, birds. So I took the bug in the cup of the paper and I opened it up real quick and threw the bug and went, breakfast for the birds. Come and get it. Eat the bug, please. We don't want this back inside. There were enough birds out there. I don't know if they found it or not, but I don't know if that's even a kind of bug they want to eat. Who knows what kind of bug that was? You know, birds aren't going to eat some kind of bug that's ick for them. I'm like, oh, perfect timing here. Come and get the bug. All right. Cute. Now, I don't think that's going to show. All right, now let's do, we have a very dark black nose and a circle of white, which you know is like supposed to be the light on the nose. So I'm going to draw the white first. Usually it works better, unless it's on top of the color, to do your light color first. Because otherwise, if you do your dark color first, it's a little easier to get it mixed when you don't want it mixed. So I'm drawing that circle on there first. Then I'm going to go back. I need a smaller brush. Let's go with this little brush again. And I'm going to draw a round nose here. Because it is pretty much just a round nose. That's easy. Sometimes you get like a little T-shaped nose or a little, different ones have different shapes. And some of them are harder to do than others. And I'm not going to be that picky about what's under here because you can't hardly see it. So I'm going to go around my little circle here. I did make the circle a little too big. So we're going to fill it in a little bit with this black. Okay. The one thing about this Morphe palette, it does have really good pigment for an inexpensive palette. And it's definitely inexpensive for what you get for all these colors. I don't even remember how much it was. I think I actually found it on clearance. Because I think they were discontinuing, making a new one. So I'm like, I think I got it half price. That was a great, that looks hilarious. I feel like a reindeer with a black nose, not a red one. I think I want to make this little circle a little smaller still. Be careful I don't obliterate it into nothingness. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so then what I see that she's done here is she's taken the white with some of this black and sort of like mixed it a little. So it's not this smooth line, you know, it's sort of a messy, so it looks more like fur. And messy is so much easier to do than neat. But we gonna go with it. It looks more like, yeah, it looks more like fur, having little bits of white in there. Okay, so then we're gonna do it over here. Let's randomly stab at it. That's a little too wackadoo, I think. Okay. I want it a little light, not too bright. Because it is kind of grayish looking what she has. Actually, the printout that I have looks almost, oh yeah, looks almost blue, but I think that's just the way the printer printed it, bluish, and it wasn't blue in the actual picture. It was gray. So you have the black lines on white, and now you're doing the white lines on black. So it sort of is a reverse. Doesn't go to the corners. Yeah. It just looks like there's more fur there. It does go all the way in here though. Okay. Like I said, you want to do it messy because it looks more real. So it doesn't take very long and you don't have to try very hard. Just so you think, oh, I could never do that. Make a bunch of random dashes that don't have to match? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. So maybe you didn't know it was this easy. You think it's hard. Not really. Well, it's pretty, you know, don't tell anybody that. Make everybody think it's really hard. Oh, it's so hard. Lines. I'm drawing lines. Anybody can draw lines. And yes, hers does go on top of the fur like this a little bit. It does. So the whiskers are kind of outside the fur. That makes perfect sense. And they're white. However, that looks pretty good. I think I'm pretty done. All right, let's look and see. First of all, the last thing we got to do is she does have some lip gloss on, or something on her lips anyway. So I'm going to use this lip gloss. It is called Pride, this color. This is a miniature one. Lip gloss actually comes this size. It's full, that's full size. But these were like, they get these at holiday time, which is like next month, where you can get these little minis, and they're fun because they're fun to try. And see, that's a real pretty pink. Almost a fuchsia pink. It's a little brighter than hers, so that's okay. I like it. Ooh, goes with this pretty well. Oh, that one's pretty. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's a pretty fairly good match. Let's let her look this way at me. Oh yeah, that's better. What do you think? I like it. It's pretty similar. All right, now that we have all this done, like I said, you don't have to do eyeliner, don't have to do my brows. It looks like she has mascara on, but really, do I need mascara? It's black on black. This is good. This is good. So what you want to do is setting spray, because you don't want to rub this off. That's me make it. You're going to have black everywhere. There we go. That will get it to be where, I mean, you could rub it really hard and rub it off, but you're not going to really rub it off. It locks it better into place. You're going to be out at Halloween or some sort of party or anything like that. Oh, this is so cute. you want to try to not rub it off. And I would also recommend, though, especially if you're doing black, put your clothes on first, because you don't want to drag a shirt over this. Because, I mean, if you drag it really hard, you're going to rub it off. So, here's what I would do. I would put on what you're going to wear. And then get like a light towel or shawl or something and drape that over you so you don't get fallout from your eyeshadow. And you can take that off. So there we go. All right. Now, before we go, let's read our little devotion from Beth Moore, Praying God's Word Day by Day. And today, let's see, which one did I read last time? I think I did not read this one yet. I think we read this one last time. I never can remember whether it was the one on the left page or the right page. I think we're here. And what it says is, okay, first of all, the prayer comes from Colossians 3:2 and 2 Corinthians 5:6-9. And it says, God has a one-track mind as far as we are concerned. He wants us to live like the overcomers we are. The Bible does tell us we're more than overcomers, and that's how he wants us to live. He doesn't want us to live in defeat and depression. So here is the prayer. Father, your word exhorts me to set my mind on things above, not on earthly things. You know, if you set them too much on earthly things, you're going to be sad and depressed and unhappy all the time. Set them on heaven and things above and our reward and his return and all that, and you might find you're in a much better mood. This can be such a battle, Lord. Yeah, it can be battle. It can be a battle to set your mind on the things above because our eyes, our physical eyes, are looking at the things here. And it can be hard to drag our minds away from that. Please help me every single day to set my mind on you. I am always confident and know that as long as I am at home in the body, I am away from the Lord. I live by faith, not by sight. Now, even though this says you're away from the Lord, you're physically away from heaven is kind of what that is saying. It doesn't mean you're like away from God because you're not really. He's here with you. He is always here with you. But our bodies are still on this earth. And we aren't in physical contact with God. We're in spiritual contact with God. So that when it says we're away from the Lord, we're away from the face-to-face. We don't see him yet face-to-face. That's what we're away from. But our hearts are never gone from God. He is always here with us. I live by faith, not by sight. See, that's what we're saying right there. You know he's present, but you don't see him with your eyes. That's what it's saying. I am confident, I say, and would prefer to be away from the body and at home with you, Lord. So I make it my goal to please you, whether I am at home in the body or away from it. So no matter whether you're going to be here still on the earth or when it's your time to be in heaven with him, you want to please him no matter which place you're at. Until then, meaning until we're seeing him face to face, help me to allow you to live through me so that I might be faithful. And that's what we should all be striving to be, is faithful to him and his word, so we are pleasing him. And that's all I have for you today. This is my Halloween look for today. I think it's really fun. It's really, really cute. And I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed this and that you have a blessed day. I hope you enjoy Halloween. It's going to be cool here in the 50s. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for the weather. And I hope that you will go and be amazing. Until next time, goodbye.